The Blade movie might have got canned. 6 years in the bin.
Mahershala signed on. Should have been an easy win.
But Marvel chased girl power, shoved Blade to the back seat.
God forbid he just kills vampires. That would have been too hard to beat.
This is a rumor. This is not a confirmed thing at all, okay? This is a rumor. It comes from a very credible source, the Insider. The source is pretty credible, but it is something to keep in mind. The rumor is that okay, how do I pronounce it? Mahershala.
Can we just say Mr. Ali?
Mr. Ali, yeah, let's just say that. Mr. Ali looks like it might be canceled, and that they're going to end up premiering him or premiering Blade or showing Blade, whatever you want to call it, in a Midnight Suns movie, apparently. I knew this was happening, honestly. Like, come on. It's been, do you want to know how long it's been since they announced this movie?
6 years, right?
6 years.
That's how long we've been doing Gothic Therapy.
We've gotten Wesley Snipes back as Blade before we got an actual Blade movie. And what we have heard from this movie is not very good. There have been a number of leaks or rumors about it, one of which was about how they were originally prioritizing making this movie about Blade's daughter and not him, and having him take a back seat in his own movie.
Yeah, we all knew that was going to end badly. And look, it seems like it has ended badly.
And again, these are all rumors. I can confirm there is some truth to said rumors, but I'm not going to say where any of this information comes from. It's just what I've heard from the grapevine. The thing is, a Blade movie should be very easy to make. It is just have the vampire hunter kill vampires. It's not that hard.
Apparently it is because they don't like violence.
No, apparently it is because they want to do this thing. Have you noticed yet that they keep trying to push these younger characters that don't work?
Yes, I have, and obviously it doesn't work. Why else would they all fail?
Well,
that's a redundant statement. Wait, I'm sorry. That was a very redundant statement. I apologize.
It's fine, but it might be redundant, but it's true. But the point being is they keep pushing these characters in the hopes that people will accept them when they have not accepted them at all. Okay? Not a single one of the characters that they've pushed in the comics or in the MCU TV shows, whatever, have been accepted. It's not. Not saying there haven't been people who like certain characters, but in regards to the overall opinion of these characters, nobody likes them. Here's an idea. Let's stop subverting our other heroes in place of these other ones that weren't important. The issue is when it comes to characters like Iron Man and Captain America and whatever, they weren't A-list heroes. They became that through the movies. And the reason they did is because they did something very, very special that Hollywood seems to not be able to do anymore. And you want to know what that is?
Make good movies?
Yes, but they made us care about the characters. They did a good job with the movie and made us care about what happens to these characters, whether or not they were mainstream or not.
That was because at the time they still had good writers who knew how to take care of these characters and actually knew how to write a compelling script. There is no such thing as, it seems like there are no good screenwriters anymore working in mainstream Hollywood these days. It makes me not want to be a screenwriter myself with all of the horrible things I've seen.
Well, maybe we'll see how that goes in the future. But the point being is we're seeing this constant pattern that they are fumbling these movies. And then you're going to tell me, I'm sorry, okay? I'm going to make a point here that's going to get some people who are probably still holding out hope a little upset.
I mean, personally, I never had any hope for this at all. Because as soon as we heard that there was one delay and then another delay and then 6 people in the writer's room and then 4 different versions of the script and then another delay, yeah, it was obvious it was never going to happen.
But here's what I'm going to build off that. I mean, I'm going to say something that's going to make people upset because I'm sure there are a couple people here probably still holding out hope. I don't think the MCU is salvageable, and I'll tell you why.
Do tell.
You're going to tell me this was a layup. This was a layup. This was an easy win. And you messed this up. And now you're going to tell me that these same people, I'm not saying it's the same writers, but these same people who are in charge of these franchises are going to specifically make Avengers Doomsday and have like 10 times the characters that there were in the Avengers movies and somehow make them work?
It's not going to work. You can't have that many characters in a movie, make it a regular length movie, and have it be coherent because there are too many characters. You can't, movies with that many characters that are not extras and are all main characters, it does not work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's not going to work. And I just don't see them pulling that off. Maybe they will, but I don't see them pulling this off. And if they can't even pull off Blade, which I'm sorry, is one of the easiest things for them to do, then what hope do we have? There's none. There's no hope.
There was no hope. There was no hope I'm sorry, darling, but there was no hope to begin with. The MCU died with Endgame. And No Way Home was the last good thing they made.
Yeah, and I honestly don't think they're going to be out this. I think it's unsavable at this point. I think we're just watching the downfall of the MCU and the downfall of superhero movies, and I don't think they're going to be able to do this. I don't think they're going to pull it off. If they somehow manage, great, but I just don't see it. They can't even pull this off. You're going to tell me they're going to pull off a multiversal whole thing? I don't believe it.
No. If they do, it would be a real miracle, and I doubt God is going to want to even touch that.
And we started this off by saying one thing, and we're going to end off this part by saying in the words of Wesley Snipes, there's only been one Blade, and there's only ever going to be one Blade.
And I love that Deadpool just looked at the camera with those knowing masked eyes.
The Wesley Snipes curse.
Oh, Wesley Snipes will always be Blade.
And this will always be a blade in the back to the people who were involved with it.
Oof, nice.
Share with your crew, escape life's hell. From spooky memes to advice obscure, here's your dark solace of humor as a cure.